authors. Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to a wonderful Tuesday. How's it feel to start school on a Tuesday instead of a Monday? All right, I'm so glad that you're going to be with me today, and we're going to start our writing lesson. So today's writing lesson is really important because, when we talk, we stop and act like we put space between our words. What if I were to talk to you like this? Today, boys and girls, we're going to have a really important lesson that you really have to talk about. Nobody really understood what I was saying, did I? What did I forget to do? Right, I forgot to take a breath when I was talking. So let me try that again. Today, boys and girls, our lesson is going to be very, very important. Notice how we were able to understand what Mrs. Miller was saying that time because I wasn't talking so fast that you couldn't understand what I was saying. Good. It's very important that when we're writing, we do the exact same thing. We think about putting space between our words. So when we write a sentence, let's take a look at my sentence here. It says, I see a cat. See that? What do you think is wrong with that sentence? There's something wrong with it. What could be wrong with that? You're right, it doesn't have any space between my words. So I have this handy dandy little spacer here that I'm gonna write a word. So my first word, I, okay? Then I'm gonna put my spacer down and then I would write the word see on the other side of my spacer. I see. And then I'm gonna put my spacer down and I'm gonna write the next word a, and then I'm gonna move my spacer and I'm gonna write the next word cat, and then I'm gonna end my sentence with a period. Now look at my sentence. I see a cat. Now I have space between all of my words. So you could use a handy dandy little popsicle stick. You could just use a pencil. You could use your finger to put between the words, but it's very important that when you're writing a sentence that you put space between your words. Okay? I see a cat. Now, when we write our name, do we put space between every letter? Like if I did my name, Miller, does that look right? No, because when we only put space between the words when we're writing, not between each letter. So when I write my name, Miller, it's one word. So I'm going to push all those letters together because it's a word. But when we're writing a sentence, we need to make sure we put space between each word. I space C space a space cat, and then we put a period at the end. So when you're writing, I want you to be making sure that you're putting space between your words. Also making sure that you're putting a period at the end of your sentence because a period means stop. And we want to make sure we're stopping at the end of all of our sentences. Because if we don't ever have a period, we never, ever get to stop. And if we never, ever get to stop our sentences, then they go on and on and on and on, and they're so hard to read. So I didn't have any periods to tell me to stop. So make sure that when you're writing a sentence, you have space between your words and you have a period at the end. Okay, that's very important when you are writing. You're starting to be great authors, and so those are some things we have to start working on. So make sure that you're working on those things as you're writing sentences. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and I want you to think about if you could tell me what the problem is in my sentence. All right, here's my, here's my first sentence. Let's see. It says, I have a dog. What do you think the problem is in that sentence? That's right, you need space between your words. So I, put your spacer down, have, put your spacer down, a, put your spacer down, and then dog and a period. I have a dog. Good, so you knew that that needed space. What if I wrote this sentence? I like cats. Now look at my sentence really closely. I like cats. What do you think is wrong with that sentence? Great, it needs a period at the end. Remember, our periods mean stop. Good, okay, here's my last one for you to try. I like the mice. I like the mice. What's wrong with that? Nothing is wrong with that. That's exactly right. I had space between all of my words, and I have a period at the end of my sentence. Now remember, we only put space between the words, not space between every letter, okay? We don't want to write like this way. We want to crunch all those letters together and make sure that it's one word so that it looks like this, okay? So make sure you're really working on that today when you're writing. When you're writing today, boys and girls, you can write about anything you want. You can draw a wonderful picture, make sure you're adding details, make sure that you're thinking about your colors, making sense, a really lovely picture, and then match a sentence with it using something like a popsicle stick or a marker or a pencil to put space between your words and make sure you have a period at the end of your sentence. Also, make sure that you're sharing your writing with your teacher so she can see what a wonderful author you are becoming. All right, I'll be talking to you very soon. Have a fun day writing. Bye-bye.